Hi, how are you doing? My name's Tim. Welcome to my channel. Now, I just kind of want to give you this overview of what's going to be expected from this channel and the whole purpose of this channel. I am 34 years old and I am a painting contractor that's in school right now, small business and entrepreneurship, and I plan on changing my degree over to digital marketing. The reason why I'm making this channel is because I want to hold myself more accountable and actually do a bigger shift from contracting to marketing, or even doing this thing right here, vlogging, content creation, just more online work. Painting is no longer serving me. And now I'm at a crossroads where I'm at despair and success, where I can fail at any given time. I'm not here to point fingers at anything for anything. I'll take my own responsibility for the situations that I am in, and I am grateful and privileged to have a mother that I can lean on, right? And things just need to go in a different route. I am a little bit about me, more about me is I am a father, and I am bipolar, depressive, OCD, ADD, for whatever that's worth. The part that sucks the most is I do not have the funds right now to even get my medicine after being on it for 5 years. So I've been experiencing like swings and things like that I haven't experienced in a long time. Easier agitation, a lack of attention, right? Um, but I'm not going to use. I can't use that as an excuse. I'm too old to just use that as an excuse, right? And really, the purpose of this page is, outside of holding myself accountable to being more consistent with stuff and creating a schedule and organizing, it's really the kind of, I guess, vent and show more of what I do, because you might get stuff like this where I'm just talking to you, telling you stuff. Maybe I have a quick little 3, 4, 5 minute story I want to tell you, right? Or maybe I just want to record myself editing some other content that I do, which is anime and video game content, right? Or editing my son's content, or maybe it will be me doing some homework. Who knows? Let's learn together, right? Um, a little bit about my backstory is I'm from Virginia. I already told you I'm 34. Yes, I have a speech problem, a speech impediment, but don't let that confuse you in any way, shape, or form about my intelligence, right? And as you can see, just me saying that's a slip of insecurity, right? So I'm gonna be as open as possible with you as well. I'll try to not get political in on this thing. I don't want to swing this channel into a political channel, but sometimes it's a part of life. So sometimes venting might be political or social or something like that. But and if we don't agree on the same things, then that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. But understand that's not what this journey is. This isn't a political journey or anything like that. To get off of that, uh, I completely lost my train of thought. Like I said, I was going to keep it more. Try to keep it more raw and just one take, Drake it all, right? So we have. You're not going to see a bunch of videos that are chopped together. That's not what this vlog channel really is. Now to get to, because it's been weighing on my mind a lot lately, and I don't really say it that much. I tell my best friend Forbes this stuff. He's like a brother to me for the past like eight years. Uh, is like one of my biggest regrets is not going to college after high school and waiting until now. I did go to college when I was 21, but I used it strictly for the financial aid and to use that money to go party, right? So, but I wish I would have, because I wanted to do marketing when I was fresh out of high school, but I chased the pipe dream of being a rapper and not really creating, trying to be, oh, plan A, this is plan A, and plan B is to make plan A work, right? One of them type of mentalities. And obviously that's just not where life was going to take me. Obviously, now a little bit more about me is I believe in manifestation. I believe in energy. I believe in the universe, but I also believe in science. So there's those two things. I believe in I guess I would be considered a idealist, stoic dualist, right? If you want to get into philosophical terms, because I'm big into philosophy as well. So, and really, like I said, I just wanted to talk to y'all, show y'all stuff, keep myself accountable. Maybe I'll resonate with some people. I just want to keep it real with y'all. I want to build a community. I want to talk to y'all. Talk to me back. Let me know. Let me know who you are. Let me know if you relate to the mental struggles that I go through as well, right? I went off stray. I don't think I even said this in the video yet, but when I started the a little bit more about me is I grew up a single child, fatherless home. Forget him. My mother was always working and in school trying to make stuff a better life for me. I grew up with 3 cousins and was always at grandma's house up until a certain point in time. And then, you start searching for a place of belonging at some point in time. I did used to play video games all the time. I was probably a bigger player of video games than watching anime, right? I used to play the, Kingdom Hearts, Bulletproof, GTA San Andreas, all those type of games, Final Fantasy, Chrono Trigger, all that type of stuff. And then I started going outside, making more friends in middle school, late middle school, early high school. Started smoking, drinking, partying, and just fell into the wrong lifestyle. But even though it formed me into who I am today, I can still say, there are certain decisions that I wish I didn't do. If I could keep some of the constants that are going on, like my son meeting his mother, even though we're not together, meeting her is what led to my son, right? Like my best friends coming up to right now with all this anime stuff, gaining like certain type of knowledge and my social and political stances. If I could still keep all of that, then I can look back and be like, okay, well, maybe I regret a few things, right? If I could keep those constants. But those regrets are also what led to this right here. And I know me starting this right here is also being like a negative, like it's starting off in a space of negativity, a space of despair, but also at the same time it's helping me, it's helping you, well, hopefully it's helping you just to see that there's other people going out there like this. And I'll try my best to keep any like call to actions or stuff like that outside of the videos themselves, because I don't want you to think that this isn't as raw and authentic as I really want it to be. I have different avenues and platforms for stuff like that's where you'll get the call to actions and the more well polished, but like I said, that's more anime and games and things of that nature. But I I was about to say I'm ranting, I'm rambling, and now I gotta. But that's kind of what this whole thing is. It's just giving you my thoughts, giving you my spiel. Right now it might be a 10-minute video right now just to introduce myself and get the hang of talking in the camera. But another video might just be 3 minutes long. One video might be just me talking to y'all while I'm editing a video. It might be, who knows? It might just be me driving and venting. It might be something like that. You might get footage from my phone or footage from my GoPro, right? You just never know, and that's kind of why I want to keep it raw and authentic, um, and low effort editing, because that's just what I want to give y'all is the real me, is the raw me, and as uh, and we'll just have to see where the channel grows from there, right? If the channel grows from this more raw form to something more polished and I'm not going to say higher quality content because I don't want to discredit my own content, but you know, as the channel progresses, it's just going to get better, right? That's all. That's all we can say is that it's going to get better. And now I'm doing it all over again, but yeah. So that's kind of where I'm at. You know, I'm a little bit more neutral right now as I'm talking to y'all. But you know, you might get some days where I'm just overly excited, some days where I'm just, you know, kind of more down in the dumps. Who knows what it's gonna be? It might be a story day where I'm laughing, story day where I'm crying, or just a plain old story, and hopefully you can relate to it. But so I guess I'll catch y'all next time. Once again, my name's Tim, and I hope you stick around to see where this journey goes and join the journey with me. So peace.